Pisces, right when I decided to do a reading for you, I was already getting a little bit of a love vibe, okay? Some romance in the air. And I did pull a couple of animal cards. I will shuffle the tarot cards for you in just a moment, but I really wanted to kind of clarify this energy I was getting. And let me tell you, the first card that came out was the dragon. And right when I saw this, obviously I'm drawn towards this eye, and it's like someone has eyes for you. You've captivated someone's attention, and it may even be like a look that they give you, or just something with the way they are looking at you. And it's like they see you and time slows down or stops, or the world around them just kind of blurs and falls away. And it feels really intense. Dragon has this fire, this inner fire. And the other two cards I got were the swan and the gazelle, and this feels very much like the energies that you are either embodying or energies that you are being perceived as. Both of these animals are associated with beauty, with grace. There is something very creative here I'm getting as well. So if you are an artist or a creative, perhaps this attention is actually recognition right now. And astrologically, all of this is making a ton of sense. We do have Venus in your sign, which is going to be coming together with Neptune, which is just making you very beautiful, very magnetic in almost impossible to describe way. But this is a timeless reading, so regardless of when you are watching this, it may be a throwback to like February 2025, March 2025-ish. But what I'm really feeling is like there is just something about you that has caught the attention of somebody. And I'm going to be honest, I'm a Virgo, you know, I'm your sister sign, I'm looking out for you. This might not be super healthy. This might be a lot of projection that is going on for this other person, okay? We have the swan. There is this sort of mirroring. They may not be seeing you. They may be seeing what they want to see. And I'm just putting this out here as a discernment thing. You know, really trust your own intuition and discernment. I gotta say, at least this person really thinks that they have strong feelings for you, or you have exactly what they want. And it feels intense. And that's not always a good thing when it comes to relationships, especially when we're talking about long-term prospects, okay? And again, I just want to be honest, you're my sister sign, I'm looking out for you, and you'll kind of know if you're being love bombed or if this person isn't really seeing you. That may be something to be very discerning with, especially since you do have Venus and Neptune in your sign. But, you know, it might be fun to enjoy, might be fun to at least receive a little bit, especially if you are trying to work with something about getting noticed or getting recognition. Now is the time to really draw that attention to you. Just be careful, because like the dragon, there may be a little bit of destruction that can come along with that, okay? So you are very, very beautiful. And it's kind of giving me like Helen of Troy kind of vibes, the Trojan War story. There is someone who wants you so bad, it might cause something a little destructive, okay? So I'm so curious to see what the tarot has to say. But again, I do want to come back to it. There is a very strong draw to you right now. As I am shuffling these cards, I just want to give you the friendly reminder that these are general messages, meaning not all of the messages in these readings are going to be meant for you specifically. It may feel useful to even pause this video or take some time to really tune in with yourself so you can really feel what messages are meant for you and what should be left behind for somebody else. For those of you who are brand new here, my name is Michael. My pronouns are he, they. And if you are returning, it is so good to have you once again. And if you haven't done so already, I really encourage you to hit that subscribe and bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. Now, I did mention the astrology, and for you, this is a really powerful year, Pisces. I am still running a sale through the end of January. You can get 30% off astrology chart readings using the code NEWYEAR25, and links are in the description for all of the services that I offer, which you can book on my website. What are the messages that we have for Pisces? What are the messages that we have for Pisces? Interesting. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so past energy, Pisces, kind of feels like you're going through a big turnaround, I just gotta say, because I have Justice in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. When I saw Justice in reverse, I heard this isn't fair. And it kind of feels like it's you. You are the one who's saying this isn't fair. You haven't been able to rest. You've had to take on a lot, and you might be in a state of burnout, and maybe even too burnt out to advocate for yourself or speak up for yourself or find this balance. Definitely feels like things are out of balance or have been out of balance. But again, this is past energy. This doesn't necessarily apply to right now. It just feels like there's been a lot that's been handed to you, Pisces, and things are feeling sort of heavy. I almost want to say you feel vulnerable to me. Okay, so like that might be something to kind of keep in mind, especially if someone's being really, really sweet to you and really, really tender. If you've been going through a rough time, I think it's important that you are giving that tender sweetness to yourself when you can, okay? I feel like there's just been a lot that's been thrown at you. You've had to pick up the slack. You've picked up a lot of burden for other people. Maybe this is talking about old relationships as well. Yeah, I'm almost getting the self-sacrificial energy here with this. So it'll apply in the way it is meant to for you, if it does. But I think you recognize that it's not working for you. And that there may even be like a codependency there or a people-pleasing tendency there that's actually kind of wreaking havoc in multiple areas of your life, not just relationships. That's actually something I could see here as well. Again, past energy, okay? You are looking forward. You are seeing what it is that you want and making steps towards that, whether that is through healing or making more practical plans for yourself, structuring your day in a different way with the Two of Wands, because this is all about looking into the horizon. You are looking forward. So this does tell me that whatever hasn't been working out in the past for you, Pisces, I think you've kind of stepped out of that energy. You're in the process of doing so. You're planning for something different. And maybe even charting a course for yourself. Ooh, yes, we have the Strength. You are taking your power back. I like this. I really, really like this. And like, part of your power right now is you just being so alluring and magnetic. And obviously this might apply differently for everybody watching, but it's like, there is just something about your energy that is getting noticed right now. And while you may not have attracted the best energy in the past, it feels like you are now being able to somehow be more selective or choose who it is that you are giving your energy to. Like, who is drawn to me? Who do I want to notice me? And that's something to kind of like manifest. And I don't mean this in like a specific way either. I don't really believe in doing love spells or anything like that on specific individuals. If you're going to do intention setting or magic like that, it's important that you do it on yourself. Like, I am drawing in healthy, loving relationships or whatever it is that you want to bring to you. That feels like the focus, okay? Giving the love to yourself. What else do we have? In the present, Page of Cups, I told you, someone has feelings for you, someone is courting you, someone wants to ask you out, someone is a little charmer, I gotta say. They look charming. Wow. And you could be meeting this person at a celebration or a party with the Four of Wands. So if you're normally the type of person who doesn't go out or do stuff, maybe this is the time to do that. Say yes to things, look for some fun events. I mean, for those of you who are in a relationship, maybe there is a going to the next level, because sometimes Four of Wands does indicate marriage. This really, again, I don't love this, but it really could be someone like dropping hints like really quickly about like wanting to marry you, or like, oh, if we get married, like just something like peppered in like that, which is very Page of Cups to me, because it can be a little indirect. It can be a little shy sometimes. But I think someone is like really coming on to you, Pisces. Someone is really trying to sweet talk you and like maybe even offer you some sort of opportunity or some sort of celebration, something that is what you want. Okay, what else do we have? Whoo! Okay. Okay. We do have the Fool as the challenge. I'm going to be honest, Pisces, don't get swept up. Ordinarily, when I see the Fool, I have a pretty positive connotation with it, but I just want to tell you, just because there's a lot of exciting energy, which there definitely is with the Fool, Venus is also retrograde. It's going to be going retrograde in your sign, I believe at the end of February or in March. And I don't think it goes direct until April 12th, which is the same day as the full moon in Libra. So Libra representing relationships, connections. I'm going to tell you right now, collectively, there are a lot of things that are happening in relationships right now where there could be some sort of confusion or deception. I actually saw 1111. So just because you're seeing a bunch of numbers doesn't mean that this person is the one, okay? Or is someone that is necessarily worth your connection. It's not that they aren't. It's not that they aren't. Don't get rage baity in the comments with me. Don't get angry. But you can give this some time. You can give this time. If this is the person who's right for you, there's no need to rush. They're still going to be right for you a few months from now, 6 months from now, even a year from now, okay? You don't need to rush into something. And I actually am getting the Two of Cups. I'm sorry, the Two of Swords. But this did come up with Two of Cups in reverse in the future. So I'm going to say this could mean a couple of things. And I'll clarify this in a moment. But what I'm really getting, Two of Swords is about waiting. Not making a decision. Not jumping into a commitment right now. Get to know each other a little more. For others of you, you may actually be the one to decide, I don't want this connection. I don't want this intention on me, actually. I'm just saying. There may be better options for you. You have your choice right now. I think you do. I really, really do. And you have to choose yourself, Pisces. Whoever else is a bonus. Giving yourself some time with the Hanged Man. This is actually your card, Pisces. Letting yourself see things play out. Play it cool. Play it cool. This person is not. This person is like intense. And it might honestly feel really good to get that attention onto you, to get that sweetness onto you. I'm kind of getting like a Leo energy or a really strong fire energy, maybe Aries, Sagittarius. Again, I'm not feeling like this is the most balanced. What is the advice? I mean, we have the advice. It's pausing. It's waiting. It's not a no. It's not a no. But it feels like, okay, what I'm getting for you, Pisces, especially with the astrology at the time of this recording, there is almost a test that is happening right now where you are going through this discernment process and this test of how true to yourself are you going to be? How self-loving are you going to be? Are you going to listen to yourself if things feel a little, I don't want to say too good to be true, but almost coming on too strong? Trusting yourself, loving yourself, respecting yourself. Because this is ultimately coming back to you, looking at the swan, looking at this reflection, like, what you decide to do here is actually what's important, and the way that you conduct it, the way that you go about it. And gazelle is interesting because it is a prey animal. It can see red flags. It knows what might be a problem. But when I look at gazelle in this card, there isn't this fear. There isn't this hyper vigilance. It's just kind of clocking things. You're clocking things right now. You also know yourself. You're learning to be in a better relationship with yourself too. So yeah, give this time. Let this cook. Let this marinate a little bit. This is a really good time for you to love on yourself. And I know I keep saying that. But that really is like Venus in your sign, especially Venus retrograding. You're really, oh my God. Yeah, the Hermit. The Hermit comes out. Self-love. Okay? We do also have the Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's something with miscommunications, misunderstandings, especially with the Two of Swords. Messages might be getting missed right now as well. There may be a delay in communication. And that's kind of what I feel like. Like, be careful of the love bombing. Like, someone could come on really strong, then go quiet. Maybe even, like, ghost, but then they come back. Like, that could be a thing, too, with this person. But really, there is also something that you're supposed to be creating right now. For those of you who are artists, for those of you who are creatives, I'm coming back to the swan, which has an association with poetry. But it could be like another creative expressionistic medium as well. I feel like this is a really powerful time for you to make things, to create things. And not to squander that energy. And also be really clear, like, what is an ideal partnership? What does a soulmate look like to you? What does that feel like to you? And that might not be this sort of euphoric ecstasy, okay? It probably feels safe, stable, grounded. And not just when you're with that person, because that's a huge tell too. It's one thing to be like, oh, when I'm with this person, I feel so good, I feel so seen, I feel so safe, I feel so secure. How do you feel when they're not there? Because that's the self-love part. That's going to also tell you a lot about how you feel about that person. And whether that feels like a truly secure relationship or not. I'm getting like insecure attachment style a little bit. So healing attachment wounds, healing things in relationships, that's a great time for this too. Yeah, Seven of Wands. There's a lot of attention on you. And again, it's not always good attention. Or even intense attention is not always good attention. I still feel like there is love on the table here for you though. It's coming in with the Three of Wands. And it's not going to feel this like frantic sort of ballistic energy. Maybe you're the one who's kind of redirecting this, recalibrating the energy that's coming at you with this person. It could be that. I really just feel like this needs more time. Being honest with you, Pisces. And I want to tell you, like, wow, this is such a great love reading. And I mean, it kind of is, because it's like, you're getting some attention. And like, you're kind of the one who needs to take power and control here, where you may not have had that before in relationships. With Justice in reverse, Four of Swords, Ten of Wands in reverse. You don't need to lose sleep over this, either. Because you've been losing sleep over some things, or like working into the night, or dreading into the night. Anything else for Pisces? Any other messages right now? Any other messages right now? I think there is one more. Any other messages for Pisces? We have the Six of Wands. So yeah, you might be getting recognized. There might be an achievement for you. I do also wonder if there's something with travel. You might be going on a trip with the Two of Wands and Three of Wands together. That's just sort of an aside. But the Six of Wands, You are having a victory. You are having a win. And again, you are just looking really, really good. And the people who are right for you are going to stick with you even after kind of this victory parade, okay? Especially if you've come into a lot of success lately, Pisces. Be discerning with your energy, because there may be some vampires around you. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse. There may be some vampires to avoid. Okay. And that could feel like a betrayal. Any blessings that Pisces should be aware of? Because it feels like there is a blessing in here, but it's like also needing to be discerning with what's the blessing versus like what's kind of the toxic thing. Okay. Yeah, there could be some growth, some stability with the Ace of Pentacles. Committing to stability also brings stability, by the way. But there could also be a promotion, more abundance coming in. Maybe there is a more solid commitment for some of you. And the Moon in reverse, coming out of this sort of confusion, will they, won't they? Is this my intuition? Is this my fear? Is this my insecurity? If you're the one who's also kind of like all over the place, Pisces, then you just need more time. You need to think about things. You need to sort through things. You need to find that clarity in yourself, because this is also one of your cards too. A lot of your energy is coming up. I even think of you as the Page of Cups, actually. Especially like Venus in your sign. Any other blessings? Any other blessings for Pisces right now? We have some abundance. We have some clarity, getting out of a confusion. Any other blessings? And here's the other indicator card for you. We have the Knight of Cups. There is a relationship coming in. You're going to need to be very discerning in love, though. I am just telling you that now. For those of you who are dating, and like kind of putting yourself out there, there's a lot of attention on you. It feels like there's someone who's a little bit of a distraction. And just to keep yourself open, keep your options open. Don't jump into things. And let your heart really kind of like feel centered in this process too. Not carried away, not swept away. Like, let yourself feel grounded and anchored in your emotional well-being. There is a relationship that's worth waiting for. Real relationships are worth waiting for. There is something good coming in your love lives. And again, whether you're single, looking for love, in relationships, maybe there is something that is growing, something that is developing. Maybe that's part of the unwanted attention. Maybe there's someone you don't want who's kind of trying to make moves on you. Or even if you're not looking for love, maybe this is something that you really love, something that you create, something that you make, something that is a work from your heart. That is getting a lot of attention and growth right now. And that is something that is worth kind of stabilizing and slowing down. You don't need to rush this. And I think those are all the messages I have for you right now, Pisces. I hope that this was helpful. Really love this energy. Give a little swan emoji to claim this beautiful, elegant energy. I'm really, really liking this overall. Just be careful of having too much of a good thing. You can find all the links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions. Again, through the end of January, you can get 30% off chart readings with me using the code NEWYEAR25 at checkout. You can also find my other videos, maybe for your moon, rising, or sun signs. There may be some messages for you there as well. I will see you all in the next video. I'm sending lots of love and blessings your way. Take care, Pisces.